Hello friends and welcome to today's video. I'm coming at you from Disney's Animal Kingdom and I'm just doing a quick intro because I have zero space on my phone to take this video right now. But today's video is being filmed through my Kiron 28 to 85mm lens. I have used this lens before. I've told you guys about it in a previous video, so make sure you check out my playlist of previous theme park videos for more information on this lens, or my Instagram. I posted about it in a couple of reels. So find me on Instagram, Jasmine Dreams. Anyways, we're gonna see Animal Kingdom through this lens today. It's a vintage lens from 1985, I believe. And this is the one. So I'll try to tell you guys a little bit about the lens in a voiceover because I don't have room on my phone for much video. But let's get going. I started the day off with Kilimanjaro safaris. So we're gonna look at mostly Christmas decorations today. I love the Animal Kingdom Christmas decorations and we're gonna go on a few rides. I'll film what I can with my vintage lens and I hope you enjoy. Let's go. So let's take it all the way back to the beginning of the day. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom at 8 a.m. on a random weekday in December. I absolutely love the Christmas decorations in this park. I find they're so unique and really underrated. You always hear about people talking about Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom when it comes to Christmas decorations, but I think Animal Kingdom does them so beautifully. So let's just head into the park and enjoy a relaxing day of riding a few rides, seeing the sights, and enjoying the Christmas decorations. And yes, I know this video is coming out in January, so thank you for those who are still going to watch a video that's mostly about Christmas decorations in January. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, the first thing that I did was head over to Kilimanjaro safaris because you can always see tons of really cool animals in the early hours of the day, so that was where I headed first. So let's walk through Harambe and enjoy some of the sights and sounds along the way as we head to Kilimanjaro safaris.
Be the closest living relative of giraffe. Bulldog, copy, and giraffe. Back over on our right here, we have some lightly cloudy antelope, which these large grayish whitish birds. These are pinback pelicans. And like we were saying, it typically means that we're heading into the savannah, which does tend to be home to some of Africa's most iconic animals. And it looks like we're gonna have lots to look today. We're gonna see some giraffes. Not only will this keep the trees very unique digestive systems, giraffes are what we call a ruminant and a ruminant. Behind the den to our left, there's also a few painted dogs.
Now at this point you're probably saying, why the heck is this video footage so shaky? And I will tell you why, because this is a vintage camera lens from 1985 that has no image stabilization because generally speaking they didn't come with that back then. So I'm manually adjusting all the settings on the camera and on the lens by hand. You can kind of see some parts where it gets a little bit brighter, a little bit darker as I'm adjusting for the changing lighting. I'm doing all of that while trying to also manually focus on the subjects while the actual safari ride is moving. And it is a shaky ride. For those who have been on it, you will know. So at least now we're off the safari, so the footage should get a little bit less shaky at this point, although, you know, I'm still doing everything manually without any kind of image stabilization. But we can still enjoy the Christmas decorations and the footage that I managed to get along the way. Now, fun fact about my photography style. I do most of my photography and videography not only on vintage lenses, but on lenses that are what you would call prime lenses, which means it is set to one focal distance. You cannot zoom in and out. You can only focus within that set distance. However, the lens that I'm using in today's video is one of very few zoom lenses that I do own in my vintage lens collection. So this lens allows me to have wide angle shots like this one here where you can see the big wide image of a whole scene in front of you, and it also allows me to zoom in as you saw me do on Kilimanjaro Safari and on some of the Christmas decorations, and this is a more zoomed in shot here as well. I'm taking it from quite far away. And yeah, I only have a few zoom lenses because I really like the quality of prime lenses, but this one was a lot of fun to take to Animal Kingdom. It's a great park for a zoom lens. So this is just me saying farewell to Dinorama and to Dinosaur the ride. So let's go ahead and take a spin and listen in on some of the sounds for one last time.
That's funny. Normal. I was like, what?
Those quaint exhibits in the old way. That's how dinosaurs have been presented to the public since the study of fossils began over 150 years ago. Today, that bare bones approach is about to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaur. How? That's proprietary. But the result is a breathtaking journey through a prehistoric world that will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this.
I have to admit, I am not gonna miss Dinoland USA very much, but I will miss the ride Dinosaur. I love that thing. Now here's another example of zoom, as you saw right there, zooming in with this lens, something I very rarely do because, like I said, this is one of only a couple of zoom lenses that I own in my vintage lens collection. Yeah, I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Let's go on Expedition Everest. Now on Everest, I do sometimes film on this ride depending on which lens that I have with me. However, this particular lens is a little bit bigger and bulkier, and I was a little bit scared to harm it. So you'll notice that I only filmed on one small part of the actual ride itself, but I got quite a bit of footage of the queue line. Even though I was a solo rider this day, I decided to go through the full queue to get some cool footage with this lens. I also got lots of photos with this lens, so if you want to see those, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Jasmine Dreams, where I post all of the photos that are taken on these trips. So you can see the photos that I get through these lenses as well as the videos from these YouTube videos. So I love this queue, it's one of my favorite queues, but the reason you wait in the queue is to get on the ride. So, oh, it looks like I actually got two clips. This little one and then this one. And that was it. And look, here I am at one of my favorite little quiet spots in this park with my lens. So you guys can see here what I'm talking about when I say it's a little bit bigger. It's quite a long lens. I don't usually take too many video clips of myself, so I had to throw that in there.
Explorers, we are the Discovery.
Next up, I decided to head into Pandora, the world of Avatar. I just love to walk through this land. I don't think I actually went on any rides this day, but I did have lunch at the Satuli Canteen, which is always a good idea when you're at Animal Kingdom. So I just enjoyed the sights, got some video clips and lots of photos. Once again, find me on Instagram if you want to see those photos, and just enjoyed the general atmosphere. This is one of the less decorated areas of the park for Christmas, but I wanted to pop in and just see what was going on in there anyways, so I will show you guys. Now, a Disney day is never really complete for me unless I get at least one photo or video of a Disney duck, so check. After that, I decided to head out of the park, and luckily on my way out I did get to stop and see the Merry Menagerie for a little bit, one of my absolute favorite Christmas offerings, I guess you could say, in Walt Disney World in general. So let's listen in for a second. Thank you! That was it for today's visit to Animal Kingdom. As you saw, I was getting happy birthday yelled at me all day because I was wearing my birthday pin. It was my birthday trip. But anyways, all of that aside, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I do have more coming from the Disney parks as well as from my holiday trip to the Cayman Islands, so make sure you hit subscribe and like this video for more. See you next time!